Welcome to AirPower. Sync your Shopify store to Airtable in minutes, bulk edit your data, and push changes back to Shopify whenever you choose. Let's see how quickly we can get a sync going. To start, we'll click on the Create First Sync button. Now, AirPower asks us what Airtable setup we are working with. We can let AirPower create a brand new base for us, with all the most common tables and columns that our users use. Or, if you're using one of our template bases, you can select this option, and AirPower will automatically detect which template you're using and set it up for you. But in this case, we'll select option 3, because we're going to start from scratch and still see how easy it is to set up a sync with Airtable. In our case, we'll be syncing into this completely empty base. Here we can see that AirPower already has access to our base because we set it up with a personal access token earlier. We'll now select it. AirPower now loads the sync configurator. Here, we're going to build a Shopify to Airtable sync, so we select this option. If we open the Connections pane, we can see the name of the sync, which we can change, and the base we are syncing to. And now, we'll set up a sync for our products. In the Data and Field section, we select Products. And here, AirPower asks which table we want to sync our products to. In our case, we'd like to have it in a table called Products. So we just type in Products, and AirPower informs us that no such table exists in our base. We can create it manually, but in this case we'll let AirPower do the work for us and create the table automatically. AirPower will now go to Airtable, create the table, and configure our sync. In this case, it will set the sync up to sync the data our users most commonly set up. If we go to our base, we can see that we now have a product table that has all the columns set up, but no data just yet. We go back to AirPower. We are asked if we want to save the sync and start a full download from Shopify. We save the sync configuration, and we'll trigger an immediate download from Shopify. We go to our dashboard and we can see that the sync is already in progress. We go to our base and see that the data has been downloaded. We'll now go back to AirPower, we'll open the sync again, and this time, we'll configure our customer's data to download to Airtable. We select the Customers option. We do not have an existing table for our customers. So we'll just type in Customers as the name, and we'll let AirPower create this table as well. We'll save the sync, and if we go to our dashboard, we can see that a sync has been queued up for our customers. It starts almost immediately. And if we go back to our base, we open our customers table, we'll see that the customer information is coming in. We can add a lot more data to be synced, but this just illustrates how easy it is to set up mappings between Shopify fields and Airtable columns. Now we'd like to sync some data back to Shopify. We go to our Products table, and we'd like to change the title of one of our products. We'll modify the title. We go back to AirPower. We now need to create a sync from Airtable to Shopify, as our existing sync goes from Shopify to Airtable. We'll click on the New Sync button. We'll again say that we want to use our existing base. In this case, it's an Airtable to Shopify sync. AirPower immediately detects that we are using a base that is set up to sync with Shopify. So it suggests that it automatically sets up the sync for us. We'll go ahead and let it do that. We can see that it has detected that our products table syncs product information. We can open the section, and we can look at our main fields here. AirPower has detected that we have certain columns that seem to be mapped to Shopify fields. They're currently disabled, so starting this sync right now will not sync any information. This allows you to enable the sync for only the fields that you actually want to send back to Shopify. We are going to remove everything except the product title, which will also enable to sync to Shopify. We'll now save the sync. And since we just created the sync configuration, we'll trigger immediately a sync from Airtable to Shopify. We go back to our dashboard. We see that the Airtable to Shopify sync has been queued up and has already started. You'll see an indicator showing how far along the sync has progressed, and it has already finished, and our data has synced back to Shopify. If we now go to our store and we reload our product, we can see the new name. This example just scratches the surface. We downloaded Shopify products and customers to Airtable, one title was updated, and the change pushed back to Shopify. AirPower handles far more than that. Sync your Shopify data, bulk edit across records, and push updates or new entries back in one go. That's AirPower in action. You've got a powerful tool at your fingertips now, so go ahead and put it to work.